Next up, we have another Renault 5 GT Turbo. So this one wasn't too bad, although it looks rough. It was pretty solid shell, you know what I mean? Obviously front end damage, and where they're front hinged, any damage to them just makes it a bit of a nightmare trying to line up the bonnet. So this one's getting a full front end replacement, which makes life a lot easier. Someone previously bad boy bonneted and louvered it as well, so the bonnet's had a lot of work in the past. Luckily for this one, we've got a full front end replacement clip, so that makes life a lot easier trying to get everything all replaced. Because what was on there already, it was repairable, but it's just not worth the time, you know what I mean? So for this one, it was easier to cut off the original through all the original spot welds and pretty much graft in a new clip, as it would have been from factory, and then plug weld her up. So if anything, it's a bit stronger than it was factory, because the spot welds themselves are pretty feeble, not gonna lie. Here we have the front end all pretty much cut out and prepped up. The front end, everything is attaching to was mint, so make life a lot easier. And almost all of the time was actually removing all the original sealer from the new front clip. It's so thick on these, it is ridiculous. But it saved all the original spot welds, so rust wise it did its job, which makes life a lot easier. And now, as you can see, everything's all pretty much prepped up and gripped up in place. Trial fit the bonnet again, obviously, just to keep dry fitting, make sure everything's all spot on before any welds are done. And then here she is, tacked in place, welded on, and all the lines are absolutely spot on. So someone's previously started cutting this up, so all the outer seals are actually already off. Luckily, all the internals were spot on, so that made life a little bit easier to work with. But yeah, someone's attempted doing a bit of repair on this before, and the work was a bit rough, so it's all been cut out. So on the rear, you got the bumper mounts; they've all been cut off. As you can see here, it was rough. You know what I mean? It was full up with a rust, but it wasn't too bad. So a lot of it's savable. Another year or so would have been a bit grim, but another little hole we found just at the end was another little plate that needed doing underneath the seat mount. So I had to cut the seat mount out, make up the floor panel, and then reattach the internal seat mount. So that wasn't too bad. Here we are with pretty much the near side all wrapped up now. So looking much healthier, looking much more like a car again now too. Now the other side was pretty much exactly the same as the near side, so it was pretty much just mirroring what we've just done. So next up is what we were contending with on the original front clip. Obviously it's pretty rough, pretty grim. So the new ones had the new front clip, and we put on new bumper mounts as well. So that's all as strong as it can be. Got a G40, Mark II Golf and Colorado as well in the shop, as well as some other bits and pieces. And now the ball ache stuff. Just dry fitting and dry fitting and dry fitting over and over, make sure everything's all spot on. Obviously working on your own is a bit tedious when you've got to do like door fitting and stuff, but they're not too bad to hang on this, just took a little bit of time. And then yeah, once I know it's bang on, all the lines are spot on, we can commit to the rest of the welding. So here you can see all the full internal sills all on. And this has got the seatbelt mount, everything on it, so they're bang on panels to be fair, nice and solid as well, nice thick metal. And here we are, pretty much all clamped up. So this is the finished result, and as you can see, I've replicated the original overlap in the seal, so whenever you open up your door, it looks exactly as it should be from factory. This is a bit of a ball ache to do, but it's one of them little finishing touches that makes it look spot on. So this is it pretty much all finished. We've got the rear bumper mount, new seals, new front clip, what else we got? New jacking points. So yeah, a fair bit of work. So a full metal restoration on this one, and she is complete. Looking much better, and all the lines are absolutely spot on, as you can see. Everything's all trial fitted and ready to go back to the customer. She's looking beautiful.